Hi guys, my name is Scott. I'm sitting here with Sammy and Rebecca, and so this is just a playthrough of pretty much my first time playing Minecraft. I've never really played it before except for like seeing other people play it. I'm a freshman engineering student at UW, hoping to get into the mechanical engineering department next year, but you know how that goes.
Right, so you mentioned you're new to Minecraft, and to a beginner, Minecraft is a massive game with so many options. I was wondering what your goals and intentions were when you went into the game.
Yeah, so my previous Minecraft experience was pretty much nothing. I've seen a couple videos. Both my brother and my cousin are very into like building complicated things in Minecraft. My cousin actually built a working ATM, and so I kind of knew going into this playthrough that I was never going to be able to do anything that complex. So I just kind of honed in on one little aspect, which is the water element of the game.
So I was wondering if you have experience with other sandbox games, or what sort of games do you normally play, and how they influenced how you played this particular run?
Well, so I actually haven't played any sandbox games before. I know you guys have all played Minecraft and sometimes Gary's Mod, but really all I've played is first-person shooters and some strategy games like Civilization. So I guess I tend to think of things on like a smaller, like more interactions-based scale than like the aesthetic kind that a lot of Minecraft players think of it.
So, because Minecraft is so big, there are a lot of options as to what you can do and use to build with. Why did you choose water?
I like the way it flows, you know, and I'm very like this is kind of a bizarre connection, but I am a mountain biker and I do like the way things like flow with the terrain. So you see me here, like I just found a big mountain and I'm placing a row of torches to plan for where my water slide's gonna go. But really I just want something that moves and wasn't static. You know, like a lot of people just build decorative things, but to me that holds almost no appeal. Alright, yeah, so this is just what I've built so far. You can see it's just an outline of where my water slide's gonna go all the way around and back up.
So I noticed you're building the entire, or what seems like the entire thing out of diamond. Do you want to explain that a little bit?
I mean, there's not really a point to it. It's just, I guess maybe it's a new Minecraft player thing, where I just kind of looked. I'm in creative. I've never even played survival mode of this game, so I looked through and I was like, what is the nicest looking block? And of course it's diamond. I also figured there's some sort of strength thing in there, which I guess that's a very functional choice. But yeah, I don't know. It was just seemed like the nicest thing to build out of, and as a new player, there's nothing against that for me.
Right, so I've noticed you were placing the blocks rather meticulously, and like everything seems pretty planned out despite the kind of random terrain. Could you comment on that?
Yeah, so I know I mentioned earlier that I'm an engineer, and I think you can kind of see that in this part of the video, where I'm placing the blocks in like a row of two, and every time I get to a corner, I place one next to it, and I kind of have a little formula for building this thing, which you can see in the way that I'm building the walls, which is what I'm going to do next on this section. In that, first I'll build a wall next to it, and then if I find out a turn is too tight, I'll add one on the side. But the whole point is I keep it exactly 2 block width the whole way down.
So at the beginning of the video, I noticed that you were like playing around with the water and figuring it out and like seeing how it interacted with its environment and all that. And then you decided to expand on it, improve it, and make it your own. So you built this like waterfall like mountain thing made out of wool. And after that you decided, oh well, I think I'm gonna try to make a water slide out of it because water slides are awesome. But I think it relates to how you have like a scientific mind and engineering mind, and you prefer things that are more dynamic as opposed to static. Like we can use Emily's house as an example. Like houses are almost completely non-functional and mostly for aesthetics, and you wanted to make something that was more functional and you could actually use. And I think that it mostly has to do with because you're an engineer.
Yeah, exactly. And how you were saying with the fact that I took the idea of water and took it a little bit further, made it a little bit better every step, is kind of a lot like the general idea behind science, which is that you take something, you figure out its properties, and you experiment and test every stage. And even though I ended up testing badly in the end, I still tested every part. And right now you can see me kind of building a tunnel to the water elevator that I created, which water elevators, I haven't played enough Minecraft till I really know how they work or anything. I just know that if you put water in a tube, it's an elevator. So it's not like I just came up with that idea or anything. And then here I'm adding water to my tube because hopefully the whole idea was that the boat would be able to float down it, which, again, being a noob at Minecraft, I didn't really know that that wouldn't work at all. I also didn't realize that there were different biomes, and that, as you'll see in a minute, the top of my elevator, and the top of all the water flowing down was on top of like an icy mountain thing, which is an Arctic biome, and so it really didn't work, and every time I would try to place the water spawners, they would turn to ice.
Yeah, I noticed that. You want to explain how you overcame that boundary and made it work again?
Yeah, so you can see me here. I built a little level up from that so that even though the top level will ice over, it'll pour water down to the second level where you actually start and work that way. And then there's me testing it. This is before I had the top with the second level there, and my boat goes down for a while. I was all excited, and then it explodes. And then this is the second clip it's about to go to, where I tested it again with my new little thing. You can see the ice caps, but again, my boat just fucking blows up on the top thing. And so yeah, that's pretty much what I created here. I think it's cool how in all our videos that each person creates something so unique to themselves. And then I've got a little overview at the end. And while it's not as decorative as some of the others, it's definitely a little bit bigger, and I could only have built it in creative mode too. So thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed the video.